While we recover our voice from one of the most memorable moments of our lives, we invite you to experience with us what some indie developers only dream of. While we were unable to capture it all, we are excited to introduce you to the many influential developers who took the time to speak with us. I'm here with Eddie Ortega.
Our company's Bare Hand, and we're located in Lawrence, Massachusetts.
Viable commercial business with our own passion.
DreamHack Studio.
This week, we'll be putting out a series of video dedicated to our journey at DreamHack Atlanta for 2018. We'll be focusing on our conversations with some inspiring developers who offer to share their story with our community, and of course, some of our nonsense along the way.
Thank you.
We'll cover some ground on titles we missed and discuss exciting future events that stem from this long-awaited weekend. We are so honored to have been a part of DreamHack this year and look forward to the next one. Thanks for watching, and we hope you enjoy GameDevHQ Goes to DreamHack. Hey everyone! In today's video from our DreamHack journey, we're taking a look at behind the scenes of the timeline for Dreamcatcher Studios. Dreamcatcher Studio is on our radar because only a single developer is on the team, followed by, of course, story writers, a PR, a handful of QA testers, and more. This team worked together to be discovered by DreamHack for the gaming pitch competition held here in Atlanta this year. The title that got him into DreamHack is a sandbox sci-fi RPG called Interstellar Prime. The game is still in its alpha stages, but it's expected to have an early access release in early 2019. We had a chance to speak to developer Faisal to tell us about Interstellar Prime, his experience becoming an indie developer, and the journey ahead of them.
The goal of Interstellar Prime within the game is to reach to Alpha Centauri, and the aim and the vision for this game is to kind of encourage or inspire people that plays to have the wonder of space exploration. So the whole game is really about really fun, cool engineering project like building space elevator on Mars. Like, how is that going to be using today's technology? So that's really the core of the core vision of Interstellar Prime.
You can find more information directly regarding Interstellar Prime on their website, interstellarprime.com, and on Facebook at Interstellar Prime, or of course YouTube. You can find more links about the game in the description. We've left them there so you guys can go and check them out. What we want to know next is how long has the game been in development, and at what stage is the game currently in?
Development took from January 2017 to now, and it's still ongoing. We just got our alpha. We got the core engine of the game, or core mechanics of the game, about 90% done. 90%. And then thanks to Unity so much, because the way that it makes it that I can work on a game this scale part-time, and within 2 years with like a few $100s worth of assets, I'm this far.
While 2 years may not seem like much for the vast size of the game, it's clear that Faisal is dedicated to his chosen path and continues to make improvements on the title in preparation to its release. With all that time in between, what we want to know is what is the reason that he's chosen to be a developer in the first place, and what keeps him going so steadily?
Able to inspire people, and the video gaming media is the best way to do it, because you're literally walking in somebody else's shoes. You can tell stories in the way that no other medium could, and Unity is a great platform for that, because I can do it without sacrificing my real-time job, providing for my family.
Most of us can agree that telling stories with games is one of the greatest forms of expression. To inspire people is no small feat, but to make it happen, Faisal manages to balance his full-time job at a tech company handling the R&D directing. The skills he picked up there added to his ability to manage the large-scale project. While he is the only developer on his team, he's not limited to having assistants in his journey. The original team used to have a few more hands on deck.
So the backstory is our original team was three developers. We hire some people that have been using Unity, and they're pretty much act as a mentor. And then by the January 1st, that's pretty much 6 months after he discovered and mastered Playmaker, that's when I was able to do it all by myself. I cannot do this scale without Playmaker, because Playmaker is actually a virtual scripting tool that I can actually write simple script, something that Playmaker doesn't reach. The rest I can manage using Playmaker. So, and yeah, so assets really helps. The things that I want unique, like the starship, I make it myself. But the things things that are trivial, like space rocks and all that stuff, I can buy those things high quality. That saves me hundreds of hours. The only hiccup that I have would be really time, because if I really want to do something or know how to do something and I can just reach out to the Unity community, and they're amazing at giving me the answer.
Currently, you can find the game as an available tech demo, of course, on Steam. We've left a link to the current demo in the description. The early access is scheduled for March, and in January, at the start of the year, we should have a full game demo for you guys to check out. In the 2 years, the tech demo has continued to improve with more voice acting, less glitches, and further responsive controls. But was this enough to get selected for DreamHack? And what influenced them to ensure that they made it here?
Well, I got an email from somebody that, hey, you should check out DreamHack. We're from DreamHack. We're looking for people that are doing something interesting in game development. And it was like, okay, you should, what's your name? And you should apply. And it was like, okay, apply for what? I don't even know what to apply for. So fill in this form, and good things will happen pretty much. And then a couple months later, I got an email saying that, hey, you're in. You're in the 14 people that are selected to pitch, and that was like a month before we're here, and then we're here. So I was like, okay, that's a good opportunity, something that I can meet with like-minded. I'd always, love to meet other indie developers, because I know how hard it is to be an indie developer, and I believe that this is a really fun, awesome community to be a part of. So that's why I'm here.
With that in mind, do you think that you can reach a project-ready state to be found for DreamHack? And if not, what's stopping you? Let us know in the comments if you think that you've got what it takes to make it and be selected for DreamHack's gaming pitch competitions in the future. DreamHack, of course, offers more than just any developers. There is tons of panels, concerts, LAN tournaments, and activities like real-life gaming, which we'll show you guys in a later video. But what's next for Dreamcatcher Studios now that the actual DreamHack event is over?
So the next step is I'm going to try to go to Kickstarter. So really the Kickstarter is just to gauge, is this something that's worth do a full-time pursuit or not? Is this something that people are going to bite into it that much that, hey, I really want this game, man. This is something that I would sink in 50 hours into it or something like that eventually. And if that's the case, I want it to be a great experience. So what we're going to do is we're going to take all the resources that comes in, expand on what we already have, like really good 3D artists to make better ships, hiring voice acting, hiring story writers, and just really professionalize the game.
A Kickstarter truly allows them to gauge the reaction of potential players of the game, but it's really not going to be that easy. Getting to completion beyond a Kickstarter can put a lot of pressure on an indie developer, let alone the possibility of rejection. If you're a new developer starting out, Dreamcatcher Studio has a tip to keep you on the right track, even in the event of a failed project.
You have to have your why. You gotta know why you're doing this. What is your passion? If you do it, Unity is a good tool because it's scalable. It's something that you can actually outsource a lot of things that don't matter. So you can actually, like the asset store, for example. You're not gonna want to spend 200 hours making some asteroids that look just right. Somebody else already did it. You can just buy it for $2 or something. So that's the aspect. My tip is to know your why you're doing it, because that's gonna carry you through when the times are hard, when you're having doubts, when you can't get things done the way that you want. So that's the main trick is knowing your why. Well, I grew up with space. That's what makes me who I am today. It's just wondering, growing up watching Discovery channels, looking at Neil Armstrong, the first man on the moon. It's just it entices me. I want to know what's out there in the universe. Yeah, I just want to be able to inspire and share that passion with other people as they play this game. It's like, man, we can do this. Humanity can get to Mars within our lifetime. Before I die, I want to see a colony built on Mars. And I want our next generation, I want my son, my daughter to play this game and be like, yes, let's go explore space. That's what this game is about.
Space exploration is no small task. With a scope this large, it's already amazing that he's come so far in development as the only programmer in the current team. Besides a developer, however, Dreamcatcher has a few more members in the team. We have Eric Cross, PR Director and Lead QA Tester, Jeff Shepard, QA, Brad Carpenter, Legal Advisor and QA, Zach Shepard, Sound Engineer, 2D artist, and of course, Alan Reeder, the story writer. They also split the voice acting roles amongst themselves to add more immersion into the game. While we did manage to speak to a few of the members in the team, we only really have time to hear what Eric Cross has to say about how he became the PR member for Dreamcatcher Studio.
My name's Eric Krause. I'm the PR director for Dreamcatcher Studios. I work very closely with Peso. We actually work together personally. He's how I first got brought into the game. I first met with Peso. I knew right away that he was just an amazing, awesome guy, and then he started showing me Interstellar and was like, hey, this is a side project I've been working on. Me and him both very passionately share the want and drive to learn more about space. So when he first started showing me the game, I immediately fell in love with the way it looked. So that's really what pulled me into it, and since then we've been working really closely on storyline, adaptation into the game, taking it from that tech demo that's on Steam right now, and again with the amazing way Unity works, we've been able to take it from that, and within what, I don't know, 7 months, somewhere along that timeline, I've been able to expand it into what it is now, which very close to being fully functional, like I said, 90-95% completed game. Our sandbox mode is pretty much there. Anybody who's familiar with any kind of survival resource gathering type of game, the sandbox mode version of that's already there and available once we drop in January for the new demo.
We thank Dreamcatcher Studio for taking the time to speak with us, and of course, we wish them the best of luck. We hope to be hearing from them again regarding the launch of their actual full demo in January, so we can actually take it and play it and show it off to you guys here at GameDevHQ. If you're new to development, or to our channel in general, and you want more game development related content, drop us a subscribe to get notifications on our next upload. If you're looking to actually develop your own video games, stop by and check out GameDevHQ.com for many C# courses in partnership with Unity Technologies. Go from hobbyist to professional, and push your passion for video games into a career with Unity. We've of course left details for these courses in the description. Thanks for watching, and more of our DreamHack journey will be up soon. Later, dudes.